What's up guys, James here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best, highest ROI amenities that you can add to your Airbnb property if your property is specifically catered more so to business or work travelers. So in another video, I've kind of broken down the best amenities to add to a family-oriented listing. In this video, we're going to really be focusing on business-oriented listings. So think about the condos or the apartments or the small properties that are kind of in a major urban center where there's mostly going to be urban travel, mostly kind of business travel going towards those listings. And it's really important to make this distinction because as I talked about in our previous video, what amenities you're going to want to add to your listing and which ones are going to make the most sense from an ROI perspective are really going to depend on the type of person traveling to your property. Because ultimately, if it's not valuable to them, then it's not valuable at all to you to add those listings. So let's go ahead and talk about it. And before we do, I just want to remind you guys that whether you are interested in investing in properties and actually purchasing vacation homes, purchasing Airbnb properties and building cash flow and long-term wealth through doing that, or you're interested in building a full-time income managing other people's properties on Airbnb, managing properties for a percentage management fee without investing any money into buying, renting, or furnishing any properties. You want to start from scratch and build a nice business. There are 2 different free trainings that are linked in the description down below for whichever path you want to take. Now, my background, I've got experience with both of those models. So I started out managing other people's properties on Airbnb and built a full-time 6-figure income doing that. So if you want to learn from my experience and all the trials and tribulations of that, then just check out the link in the description down below to access that free training so that you can get started immediately, and we're going to give you some tools to help you do so. Later on, I also started investing in short-term rental properties, so I've got a fair bit of experience with that now as well. I've been in this space for over 6 years, and I'm the co-author of Airbnb for Dummies, so I definitely know a thing or two when it comes to short-term rentals. So again, if you are interested in investing in that amazing asset class of vacation rentals, Airbnb properties, then just check out the link in the description down below. There's another training there that'll show you our 3-step process for how to successfully invest in short-term rental properties. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about the best amenities to add for business travelers. And hopefully, whether you're managing or investing in, or you already are hosting properties on Airbnb, you can use these tips to improve your listing. So the first thing, and probably the most important thing for business travelers, is going to be making that investment into a premium internet package. So I like to spend generally about $100 to $150 per month on internet for any listing that is going to be oriented towards business travel. Now, obviously in different areas, this is going to be a different cost, but I usually like to go for about a gigabit upload speeds or gigabit download speeds. I forget which one it is, but I like to go for like the gigabit package. Now, this is going to depend as well on what's available in your area, but don't be afraid to shy away from spending that extra money, especially as the world opens up a lot more to remote work. Personally speaking, I travel a lot and work remotely often, and one of the number one things that I look for when I'm doing that in the place to stay is the speed of their internet. So what you'll want to do is actually make that investment into upgrading your internet. Recommend that really, really strongly because from my experience, it is going to pay off really well by getting you additional bookings and getting you some longer term bookings because people will actually be able to stay and work there. Now, the other thing that you want to do along with that is advertise the fact that it's got really high speed internet. So you can even put your internet speed in your title. You can add a picture of the internet speed test into your listing photos. You can input your internet speed actually into Airbnb now, and you can actually run a speed test through Airbnb if you're at the property, so that it's a verified internet speed on Airbnb's platform. There's a reason they're building this out so that people can more easily identify really high internet speed properties. It's because they are in demand. So that is my number one recommendation for business travel properties. Now, my second recommendation for any kind of business travel oriented properties is going to be to just spend a couple extra dollars on stocking the property with some nice coffee and or tea. Now, I usually recommend just going with a standard drip coffee maker for most listings, just because especially if you are welcoming multiple people in a group, then K-cups and these little things are going to be a little bit less practical for a bunch of people that want to have coffee. So a larger coffee pot is going going to be less expensive and it's going to be more practical for those larger groups. But in this case, where you are catering more towards business travelers, I actually would recommend getting an instant coffee maker, a Tassimo, a Keurig, whatever that might be, and spending that little bit of extra money to buy that slightly more expensive machine and the slightly more expensive cups that go along with it, because ultimately that's just going to be a really nice amenity for business travelers to have. I think you'll be surprised by how few people actually really take advantage of it and use a whole bunch. It's not really going to cost you a tremendous amount extra, but having that amenity and also obviously advertising it, highlighting that in your listing, especially in the photos where people are actually going to see it, that is going to provide a really great return. Now, other things that you can look at are streaming services like Netflix, which can be really nice for a business traveler once they get back, and they're probably just going to get back there and kind of hang out at the property at the end of the day, maybe relax a bit. Netflix can be really nice for that. You can also invest in, honestly, really quick and easy one is just to invest the time, not even the money, into a really nice guidebook that properly highlights different restaurants. Because let's face it, if someone's coming in on business, they're probably not going to go out grocery shopping and do their own groceries and cook meals. They're probably going to be eating out. So being able to give them really great recommendations for places to eat and putting a little bit more effort into it than just Googling nice places to eat near there, but actually going and giving your own personal recommendations and a variety of them, that's going to again go a long way. Also, giving them proper instructions for how to access transit, things like that are going to be really important. So anything that you can do to really just make the stay more convenient, any amenity, I should say, that you can add to do that, but really it doesn't have to be an amenity that you're spending a lot of money on. It can just be a guidebook, can just be a set of instructions that makes their stay more convenient. So those are my biggest recommendations. Other ones that I think are kind of go without saying in most cases, but I will just kind of give people a general reminder of, is have a really nice comfortable bed. It's especially important with business travelers because again, they're going to be tired at the end of the day. It's not like they're relaxing and just kind of hanging out like a lot of other vacation rental guests are going to be. These guests in particular are going to need to be well rested. They're going to want to be fresh. So some blackout curtains can be a really nice amenity to add. Really nice comfortable bed, really nice comfortable bedding. You can add in some toiletries as well, just in case they forgot there. Some little toiletries that can go a long way. So anything like that can be a really nice value add. Just think about the things that a business traveler is going to be looking for. And things that might occur when they're traveling. So hey, maybe they will forget their toiletries. Really nice to just have a couple dollars worth of extra toiletries there for them, maybe an extra toothbrush there, just in case they forgot. There's those sorts of things. Just again, going that extra mile so that the guest has those amenities available to them if they do end up needing them. So I hope you got value from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button so you can like the video. It really helps to support the channel as we grow it. And then also just make sure you check out the links in the description down below for those free trainings. And we're also going to give out some free tools along with those trainings to help you actually grow your business, whether you're focusing on investing or you're focusing on managing properties for other people. And last but not least, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date. We post 2 new videos every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with that. With all that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.